Welcome to sportsbookreview.com. It's Bundesliga, it's week 19 and there's green shoots right across Bundesliga, and there's one team that they're mirroring another team from last year, and funnily enough they're going to play against each other. Now before I go to Alex and I go to Tan, then please, if you like this video, then please subscribe. 80,000 subscribers we've hit this week. Let's now push on and see if we can get to 85, then 90, 95, then 100. See, my maths is on cue today. Now press the link in the description. That will take you over to the articles wrote by either Alex or Tan. When you subscribe, if you press the button and ring the bell, that means I can notify you and you'll never miss any content again. And that means if I move the schedule, you're not going to miss a show because we'll be able to let you know. Now, Bundesliga last week was very, very fruitful for some. Banker, Bayern, plus 145 to win to nil. Listen, we cashed, but we were never, ever confident. Alex, last week in Bundesliga, I like Schalke. Schalke, do you think they could do what Werder did last year? Awful up until the end of January and survived on the very last day.
Probably, yes. Probably they will. But it's because of their opponents, you know. It's not because of them, basically. It's because of Mainz. It's because of Koln. It's because of Armenia. If the other teams were a bit better, Schalke would go down at the end of the season. But like that, I don't know. They have chances. Still, I don't think that they have chances to survive with above the relegation zone. I think that they will finish there on 16 and play with a team from the Zweite Bundesliga in a knockout game, you know. But right now things are improving for them. It's very bad that they played Bayern Munich after some good matches, after a win against Hoffenheim, after two good matches against Eintracht and FC Köln. But right now the schedule is getting better for them. So, yeah, probably they'll have some chances.
Yeah, listen, the energy was good, though, and they could have scored 2 or 3 themselves. I mean, they missed 2 headers inside the 6-yard box, and I'm like, wow. And the thing is, because obviously I know my football, when the ball gets, like, released from the foot, either from the right or from the left, when it gets delivered, I'm already knowing that that's a good delivery. And I'm like, and then when they miss, it's like, wow. So I think Schalke is definitely one to keep on the side of. Whether they're going to win games, I'm not so sure. But Tan,
what was good in that round from the last week was that we escaped the loss from Union Berlin, you know. I was on them, and after that I said to you, no, don't put it. And then the end I skipped it, and I am proud of doing that. And I really love the Gladbach destroying Dortmund, to be honest, and the Alex Classic came in easily in the first half.
Yeah, well, I mean, personally, I absolutely smashed the Bundesliga, and I one of my defeats was Frankfurt to win and under 4.5.
Oh.
And they get 5. Tan, we're talking about sad, bad luck stories, bad beats.
That's why I'm sipping a coffee.
Yeah, you want a bucket of that?
Listen, no. I have to say that I was particularly good in selecting the right ones last week because, basically it was a positive week. If I look on the top tips, if I would look overall, I had mistakes, but luckily I didn't put it in top 5.
You avoided them, yes.
Yeah, totally. But it confirmed what I thought already last week, that is a very delicate moment for Bundesliga, whether when you have the chance, it is way better to go on the goals market, because in this moment the values are all bouleversé, they would say in French. I don't remember what is exactly the word.
We have the same word in Romanian, bulversat.
We don't have it in Italian, but how it is that in English? Well, they are going upside down, basically.
Let me Google Translate a little bit for you.
Listen, forget your Google Translate. You either win or you lose. So, Fab, stick up the record then, please.
Confused.
Here we go. So Alex is just at minus 1.2 after nearly 90 picks. That's not too bad at all, Tan. You had a bit of a dodgy couple of weeks, minus 10.56. Flash.
Flash.
Yeah.
Last week, I had a worse record, a better record than this. This week, I got, I don't remember if 3 on 5 or 4 on 5, and 2 of them were with
The problem you have, though, Tan, is when you lose 1 unit. When you win 0.2 of a unit. So
but they were high odds, I remember, last week. Are you sure?
I will tell you.
Exactly. There's no problem with the maths. Parlay lost a unit, though, so we'll talk about that a bit later.
I won Hoffenheim on Koln, which was 180, if I'm not mistaken.
Corners.
I won Eintracht at Armenia. And I won over 1.5 goals in second half.
Yeah, but the week before you went 0-5. I've had to do 2 weeks worth, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, because he didn't put the record up last
time.
Okay.
You did. I think you might have won. Might have won like 0.6. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So don't worry. I'll look up.
Okay.
You know, I don't want you to
No. Okay.
Do I? And the parlays at 0.8.
I'll shut up.
Overall, minus 2.26, which that can be just swung round with a little plus 180 banker.
Look who's up there at 10 units and 18 in Serie A. Look who's up there, you know.
Yeah, I don't like to talk about that. No, listen, we don't get too excited when we're down. We don't get too excited when we're up because it's where we are in May, Alex. May. And by the way, if we want to talk about a little bit of positivity, 3.9 units yesterday in profit in the Premier League from 2 selections.
This is why
I'm only now 4,632 units down.
This is why 6 side 100 says, Flash, you're British. How come your record is so good in Italy and Germany and not good in Premier League? Just
because in the Premier League, I have to give out these selections maybe 2-3 days in advance, and I get to the games, and the players are either not playing or listen. It has been have a look at the Premier League
with one round. After that, in 2-3 days, another round, and so on. It was very hectic season in
and also with the Premier League, and then we'll all know this. Look at the league. There's no runaway leader, so that tells you that no one's winning every single week. Everybody's beating everyone. Sheffield United go yesterday to Old Trafford and win. We've got teams like West Ham, who you can't put your money on with any seriousness in the top 6 or something. It's all gone bonkers, but you have to start delving in and maneuver. Like yesterday, we suggested a goal in the first 25 minutes at Old Trafford, or go with the Alex Classic with Sheffield United. Sheffield United scored after 23 minutes, and the score was 2-1. Didn't play it myself, just went with Everton draw, and Burnley draw no bet at plus 165. Right, let's crack on, because there's some nice bets to be had this week in Bundesliga. Remember, you're our third guest. Press the thumbs up. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say. On one of the other shows, I saw 15, I think it was, thumbs down. Love that. Because at least it means you're pressing the button, you're listening. You're just colourblind and you didn't know which one to press. All right, let's kick off then, Alex. I'm going to come to you first. Stuttgart, minus 135. Draw, plus 320. And Mainz at plus 400. Mainz love a goal. Stuttgart have been dodgy the last 3 weeks. Surely it's got goals wrote all over it.
Yeah, Mainz have the goals on them lately, and I really like that. What a great win against RB Leipzig. Nobody expected that. That killed a lot of parlay bets, to be honest, in the last round. I seeing the match live with you guys, with you, Flash, on Saturday. It was wow. RB Leipzig were 0 in the second half. They played nothing, and I really like to see a small team like Mainz, who are fighting relegation, having something to say against the big names, you know. Leipzig, after all, are second in the standings. Till 4 weeks ago, they were fighting for the leading position for the title in Germany. Right now, they are 7 points down. But Mainz are very impressive lately. Stuttgart, always hungry for goals, always on that front foot, always attacking. Good team spirit, with good consistency when going up, when going to score goals. Very bad at the back. So the Alex Classic all the way for me here at 1.8. Both team to score and over 2.5 goals in the match.
Minus 125 for the old Alex Classic. So that means he thinks that Mainz are going to score. I just look at the matchup of this game. Stuttgart, poor at home, to be fair. Tan, I think they're too strong for Mainz, and I think they get back to winning ways here.
Exactly. And for how long that is going to last for Stuttgart, just a moment, and possibly also just a moment for Mainz. I mean, they are a huge part of this upsetting moment of values in Bundesliga. And it looks like the perfect match where the value can be established. Stuttgart, if I'm not mistaken, they only had one win in the last 5 games after climbing so up. And Mainz did 2 wins and 1 draw in the last 3 games. And actually, even playing against Leipzig, I mean, unbelievable results. But how long that can last? It's the perfect situation, in my opinion, to get the Stuttgart win. And that minus 135 is still good enough to be taken.
See, I go a little bit deeper here, Tan, and I'm thinking to myself, can you see Stuttgart winning this game 1-0? Not for me. Not for me. This is a 2-1, 3-1, 3-2. So I've gone with Stuttgart to win and over 1.5.
Why not Stuttgart to win and both team to score if you like huge odds there?
Well, because I can see Stuttgart winning 2-0.
So you don't like the Alex Classic? Okay,
no, I do. I do like the Alex Classic. But
I prefer to stick on your Stuttgart to win because it's...
Stuttgart to win and it's over 1.5. So if they do win 2-0, which, no, I agree with you. I think it's an Alex Classic. But if I go Stuttgart to win and over 2.5, then if I win 2-0, I've done everything right, apart from pick up a winner.
Yeah,
but I think we're all on Stuttgart, really, to score goals. Maybe team total Stuttgart over 1.5 as well, but I don't think there's going to be much value in that. Now, this is a game that I'm glad I'm coming to you first, Tan. So that means you can put your hat on.
Did you say what?
Here he comes, the Garden Gnome. Bayern.
By the way, you are not noticing the detail in my shirt. I'm so disappointed. What happened to your look, Flash? I thought you were someone. Come on, is the famous Venus of the Maya civility? Don't you never saw the little statue? Is the most ancient statue that was nothing. Okay. Whatever. You were not talking about Bayern Hoffenheim. Let's see. Come on. Let's keep going. Bayern Hoffenheim, yes.
Will to live. So Bayern at minus 450, draw plus 750, Hoffenheim at plus 1200. Now, Bayern, for them to win with a handicap of -1 is like minus 350. For them to hit a minus 1.5 on the Asian handicap is still minus 200. So where do we find the value, please, Tan?
Wow, the odds have changed overnight, because when I sent it to you yesterday, Bayern to win with 1 goal handicap, it was 1.60. So maybe
but that's with a 3-way handicap. That's actually not Asian handicap. That's the European handicap, which means if you win by 1 goal, you lose.
Okay,
he wants to say Asian handicap minus 1.5 at 1.6.
No, I go with the European handicap. I could go with Hoffenheim to win as a 10 madness, but no, it's not gonna be that time. Even if who is this? What was sending these messages last time as well? Pudel Sushi. I don't know if it's Korean or what. Keep saying, "Oh, sexy Tank," and Tank today. So
you're getting too much of that sexy from a boy.
Is it a boy?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but
it don't matter to you, Tan, does it?
It doesn't matter. The admiration of beauty is admiration of beauty. I'm sorry about it.
Exactly, it's in the heart. Exactly, I get that.
From beautiful to sexy, I think that is a little of a gap.
But it is for me, because I'm not even had my breakfast yet.
I bridged the gap, but sorry, because Puder is also saying, so are you giving us the madness? Not about this game, and not about this game. See, we've been talking and we saw how different Bayern is going. The fact that anyway they stopped and go, but the thing is that if they have problems, the other have bigger problems. And this is helping them for their confidence, because anyway, they go out on the pitch without no pressure. Even when they have problems, they have no pressure compared to the others. In what is in these weeks that actually are not showing nothing particularly good from Bayern, they've been able to increase their gap +7 on the second. They play with no pressure, and sooner or later they fix the game. Hoffenheim had the chance to better their rank, to better their record lately, so they are not traveling desperate at the Allianz. I see here a safe Bayern to win with 1 goal handicap. So to win
that's
at least with 2
that's
goals.
on the European 1.6, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, which is going to be around minus 165. Okay. Hoffenheim, do they score, Alex?
That is the question here. Will Hoffenheim score or not? But like Tan said, Bayern are not disturbed by anyone right now. Even if they play bad, they increase their gap at the top of the table because their opponents, Leipzig, Leverkusen, Dortmund, are dropping points week in and week out. So the 7 points is not cause of them. It's cause of the others dropping points. And I think that next week it will be a week off for Bayern as they travel to play the World Cup of the clubs.
Yeah, what a nonsense game that is.
What a nonsense!
No,
Exactly.
it's fantastic. No, I love Club World Cup. Always loved.
It's a nonsense competition.
No
really.
way.
It's a competition that Bayern
especially
Munich,
in the current climate.
Exactly.
Okay, but what can you do?
Well, you can just call it off.
You cancel it.
Well,
Where is
they
it
didn't
being held,
cancel. They didn't cancel the Champions League. They didn't cancel
Where,
the Champions
but
League.
the Champions League is the Champions
Come
League.
on,
Whereabouts
you're
is it being
not
held
talking
the game?
Champions League and the World Cup.
It doesn't matter why FIFA should cancel the Club World Cup. The others are not cancelling their competitions. Well,
Yeah, but where is the game being held?
Exactly.
In Doha.
Qatar.
Exactly.
Shock.
Why? Actually, in this moment, you know that also even the qualifying round of Australian Open are held in Qatar. It's actually, in this moment, is actually the
safest
most
place to be.
Really.
Yeah, but it's the travelling.
They're in New Zealand.
No one's allowed to travel, and yet all of a sudden we're going to ask a team to go and travel.
And it was the same with Champions League, guys. That's the world we live in. That's the world we live in.
Yes, but right now, from Champions League, you knew that there are only European teams that travel to each other here in Europe. Now you have teams from all the clubs,
No, Alex.
Anyway, are we thinking Hoffenheim
here is about
score?
6 teams that have time for quarantine. In Champions League and Europa League is about 96 teams that are traveling the day after, the day before, and travel back the day after. It's a completely different situation. Yeah, but obviously it's not ideal. Obviously.
Tell me the outcome of this Club World Championship.
Sorry?
Are you going to go?
No, I can't.
Well, you can't, but they can.
Yeah, but that's the reality we live in, Flash. I cannot even go to Southern Italy in this moment, but the football clubs can travel. It's normal.
Tell me one thing. Bayern are going there to play whom? Tigres, Ulsan, Al Ahly, Al Duhali. Really?
And then, the winner of the semi-final and the winner of the
final.
All right, listen, why don't you both tell me this?
I wonder what the outcome will be from that competition.
Listen, you're killing yourselves because we won't be able to cover all the games. You're talking about nonsense.
Wait a second. Are we doing a show on Club World Cup?
No, I didn't.
We should. Why
Whoever
not?
brought up the Club World Cup is nonsense.
People are watching us from everywhere in the world. We should instead. We should. We have Mexican watching us. We have African watching us. We have people from New Zealand watching us.
I understand that, and Let's Go is making a good point. So what's the problem if the other teams travel on the World Club of Clubs? I don't have a problem with that. But it's a pointless competition to be held right now. It's like... okay, the trophy doesn't even count so much. What? At the end of the day, you will say that you won the World Cup of Clubs. No, the Champions League is 20 times more important
that's European point of view. In South America, they care a lot. No, I'm sorry. If I'm telling you, it is like that. In South America,
and what about telling me whether Hoffenheim score against Bayern?
Sorry?
Exactly. All about Bayern and Hoffenheim?
I think that Hoffenheim will score. Bayern Munich played Schalke 4-0, but as you said, Schalke had many lost opportunities and they could have scored. I think that Hoffenheim right now are in a good goal-scoring position. They scored 6 in 2 games without conceding any. So I think that the both team to score is a good bet, but the both team to score is priced at 1.5. I was looking at the line for totals. You know where the line for totals goals in this match? At 4.0 Asian handicap. Do you think that it will be more than 4 goals or less than 4 goals?
Probably bang on 4.
3-1?
3-1?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, moving on. Dortmund, glad to see you haven't got your shirt on, so we can all lump on Dortmund, can we, this week? Again, at minus 350. Draw plus 600, Alex, and Augsburg at a massive plus 1150. Now, Dortmund, I think, win the game. I think Haaland scores. So there you go, Frank. There's the first one. I'm not sure how I get the value, though. Is it a case of Dortmund win and both teams to score? Do Augsburg score away from home?
It's complicated for Dortmund. They are coming after a very, very poor record right now. 2 losing matches in a row and 1 draw against Mainz. Got destroyed by Gladbach. Were about to get destroyed by Leverkusen, to be honest. For who watched that match, they know what I'm talking about. I mean, Leverkusen dominated the entire match and they lost so many opportunities of scoring one-on-ones with the keeper. Crazy opportunities for Leverkusen in that match. So I don't know what to trust Dortmund right now, not to trust Dortmund right now. But I'm telling you what, I don't think that Augsburg loses at more than 2 goals. And the line is Augsburg plus 2 at 1.74. I think that is a take in this match. Probably Dortmund will bounce back after such a poor streak. But I don't think that they will convince. Yes, Haaland to score and Dortmund to win probably is also a good combo for this match.
Yeah, I mean, Barca's come up with the way. Dortmund to win and both teams to score, Tan, at plus 150.
I raised that with over 2.5 goals, well, which is obvious. So Dortmund
all combined?
To win. Yeah.
No, Dortmund to win and over 2.5 goals.
Well, Alex Classic plus Dortmund to win, basically. So Dortmund to win, both teams to score over 2.5
Dortmund
goals.
to win and over 2.5. Dortmund can't win if the both teams to score if it's not over 2.5.
Yeah, logic.
Yeah. But it goes together anyway
So Dortmund to win and both teams to score is priced at I will tell you.
It was 260.
2.5.
2.5. Yeah. Yes, it was.
Yeah, plus 150.
Yeah, because must bounce back Dortmund. They have issues, but all in all, they lost to Gladbach last week. I mean, it's adding to all the other stop and go they had, but it was a defeat that normally you could survive of, just that we are putting in context of how things are going badly at Dortmund. Augsburg was surprising against Union Berlin, but I think that was more down to Union underestimating the game. Borussia Dortmund, I think, now it's not like everything is sold, not at all. And actually now they have slipped at the 7th place. They are not even in Europa League in this moment. Obviously, they will rise up, but that's how bad it's going. In the week that Bayern is piling up their largest advantage, +7, they are slipping at the 7th place. Until a month and a half ago, we were still thinking about, are they in the Bundesliga race, in the title race? So they will strike back to win, but things are not fixed yet there. So both teams to score, obviously.
Okay, moving on swiftly. Frankfurt, great form, home and away, scoring goals, looking strong. They're looking fearless, and dare I say it, they're getting forward, getting the ball forward so much quicker. I'm going to get involved in this game, and if you look at the visitors, it's the first time since probably week 4 that I've got involved. Frankfurt -130, draw +300, and Hertha Berlin at +350. Tan, I'm going with the home side, and I'm going with the home side to win and over 1.5 goals.
Okay. It makes sense though, with 1.5 goals. Anyway, when I saw -130, I'm a bit traumatized lately by Bundesliga. So I tried to, I'm like a duck entering a new land, just checking the ground how it is. So -130 is enough for me to take. Frankfurt are maybe with Wolfsburg the team most informed at the moment in Bundesliga, and Hertha are even worse than they are already in your consideration. So yeah, -30, and I don't complicate.
Okay, are you complicating it, Alex? It's the home side, Frankfurt taking on Hertha.
No, I'm not complicated. This is my banker of the week, Frankfurt to beat Hertha at 1.75. Andre Silva is scoring goals for fun. Now they have Luka Jovic back. They have Kostic giving assists in every round, and I'm really happy that you put him on the thumbnail for the show. I think that Kostic is one of the best box-to-box players in Bundesliga. To be honest, on the wing, he's doing miracles. Frankfurt are by far the most consistent team right now in Bundesliga, and seeing how many problems Hertha have to find the back of the net. Only 1 goal scored in 4 matches and 3 defeats in a row. I think that Frankfurt at home should get the job done there. And let's not forget that they are in 6th place right now. And RB Leipzig are playing Leverkusen. We'll talk about it later on. So with the win here, Eintracht Frankfurt can even go till 4th place and even till 3rd place if the stars will align for them, So
yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah,
I mean, you know that. I mean, listen, I think it's just staring you in the face. I've gone with Frankfurt to win and over 1.5 goals, but I've not gone near a Hertha game since like maybe week 4 or week 5. So
I know. I hope that because you are going against them right now, I hope they don't bounce back and they pull off an upset.
Yeah, I mean, listen, honestly, I know stranger things have happened, but I cannot see that. I mean, you've got one that's absolutely flying and you've got one that's feeling sorry for themselves. So it's a perfect matchup, especially with Frankfurt being at home.
Even Frankfurt -1 on the Asian handicap at 2.35 looks a decent bet.
Yeah, but then we are starting to complicate it, because if they're 2-0 up and then Hertha get a dodge penalty through VAR or something, it kills us. Alex, this next game, it should come with a health warning, because it's Union at a massive +225 at home, draw +255, and Gladbach at +120. 2 powerhouses, one that tries to bully you, one that doesn't mind their opposition trying to bully them. They come up trumps at home week after week after week, Union, and yet you're getting +225. I think this is a game to pass, leave alone, and just watch it, but 2 good sides.
Pass the winners market, yes, pass the winners market, because the Union are very tough to beat when they are playing at home. From 9 matches this season, they just lost 1 of them. And lately, they are unbeaten at home. So the record is very good on their turf. So it's very dangerous to take that, +120 on Gladbach. yes, Gladbach full of confidence after destroying, let's say, Dortmund 4-2. I think that they should have scored at least 2 more goals and make them disappear from to stay 2 days without talking to no one. This Dortmund side, who are sleeping and sleeping every week that is passing. I think that it's time for a change of a managerial change there. Probably this interim guy will not be here in 4 or 5 weeks from now. Union Berlin, a side that you don't want to play to think that you are a winner from before playing with them, you know. I think that you should skip the winners market, but I think that Union Berlin will find the back of the net there. Over 2.5 goals in the game for me at 1.8, because this should be an entertaining game to watch.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it might just go the opposite way. I've left it, so I'm open to any suggestions, but there's plenty of love, misguided love in the chat. So if there's misguided love, Tan, you should be having a right old handle on this game.
Yeah, over 2.5 goals and both teams to score. Alex Classic,
wow.
All for that. Gladbach is as much as they can going for that. And Union they are in need. They can just sit back and take a draw. So they will accept an open game, or maybe will even be the one being proactive for an open game. In such a situation, Gladbach characteristics are stressed. I don't touch the outcome because it could be really on one side or on the other on the final outcome. But both teams to score and over 2.5 seems to me even enough generous, I have to say.
Yeah, Tan, I'll stay with you because they're your side. Werder minus 105, draw plus 275, and the mighty Schalke at plus 320. Now, I want to see a little bit more of Schalke. I watched them against Koln and they played really well and got beat 2-1. I watched them intently against Bayern and they could have scored 4. I love the way that they were confident. They were keeping the ball. They were passing through midfield. And the bigger one for me is they were getting bodies in the box. Now, they didn't score. They could have scored 2 or 3, to be fair. And they were like golden opportunities. They are a mirror image of how Werder were last year. They're at the bottom 3. Werder scraped out right at the very, very, very end of the season. Now, if Schalke are going to do that, they've got to continue in this vein. I think that this is an Alex Classic, and I think that Schalke turn up there thinking they can win. Do I think they're going to win? Probably not. But would I be surprised if they won, Tan? No, I wouldn't be.
Makes sense. Well, for the moment, I thought you switched to movie talk about David Fincher 7 when you talk about bodies in the box. Everybody now is waiting for Schalke to win again. They are already like saying, oh, come on, make us reach again. Look, they are so close. Look, they are so close. The fact that it's possible, is likely, as you said. Doesn't matter, it will happen. Werder are a side against whom it can happen. But again, seems more in this moment than a hope than something in which to really believe. I prefer to go on both teams to score. We realized how it is this new trend of Schalke. They are now playing, producing. They still have huge holes to fix, but at least they are part of the game. And Werder need to get a win in this. So I think open play, and I say at least both teams to score.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you're going both teams to score, I don't see this being a 1-1 draw. So my Alex Classic is going to be bang in the wheelhouse. Alex,
this is why I think it's a little bit dangerous to go with that Alex Classic in this one. Because, yes, we might see the over 2.5 goals in the match, but we might see all 3 goals coming from one team. You know, this is the classic Schalke games lately, you know. They are either they are winning. Okay, they won one match. You cannot say a lot of times that they won, but they are conceding a lot. And I think that Schalke are the perfect team in Bundesliga right now, from now till the end of the season, and before that, to go over 2.5. And to see the over 2.5 goals at 1.9, I will make it official. Yes, I didn't share it with you yesterday, but I will make it official. This game should go over 2.5 goals because, sorry, every Schalke game from now on will be like a final for them. They are in desperate need of points. They will overcommit against any opponent, you know. And if Werder will catch them like that, they will score many goals. Like Werder, how they did against Hertha Berlin. The same thing, 4 goals, bang, and they solved the business. But the value from the winners market is on draw double chance on Schalke at 1.95 with Unibet right now. So I don't think that they will lose this one. But official, I'm going for over 2.5 goals at 1.9.
So I've got to add that when I do the picks, yeah?
Yes, please.
Okay, well, I'm going the Alex Classic all the way. I think Schalke's definitely score 1. Could score 2. Could surprise Werder, but I'm Alex Classic all the way. Okay. Funny old set of odds here. Leipzig, minus 110, Alex. Draw plus 300. And Leverkusen at plus 300. Leipzig are not scoring goals. If they do score goals, then they leave the back door open and they get done. Leverkusen, they seem to be just going through the motions in the last few weeks after being the best side in the Bundesliga for maybe a 6 or 7 week stretch.
I think that the two teams will close each other. Will try to win it, but I think that even a draw should be enough for them. Yes, they will lose. The gap will increase between them and Bayern Munich. But I think that they are both afraid to lose this game. And the line for the unders, and you know me that I don't like to bet on unders. Life is too short to bet on unders. I'm always going for over in terms of goals. But
in anything.
Yeah, in anything, yes. It looks to be a very, very tight match. Under 3 goals on the Asian handicap is priced at 1.8. Just a lean there. Maybe a draw with goals. Maybe a 1-1 type of game. I don't know, but you cannot trust the two teams. Yes, Leipzig are the more consistent team between the two, but on the other side, Leverkusen are the more clinical team. From less shots on target, they are scoring more goals. But this is happening because, again, we are repeating week in and week out that RB Leipzig doesn't have a real striker. So that is a big problem. So I think that the draw with goals here, so even the under 3 goals on the Asian handicap looks like a good value to me.
Yeah, draw at the halftime, I fancy, Alex. Tan, is this one of your games where you fancy the draw at the halftime?
I don't get into that, even if many are saying, Musti saying, Tan, your shirt is very disturbing. It's giving me anxiety. WTF is that? Musti, because
WTF is that?
Musti is because you never saw Venus, possibly, or even art.
But I don't even want to see Venus if she's looking like that from the t-shirt. Really.
Oh, I can see that. Is that a backpack it's got on?
The level of
Venus
ignorance,
with a backpack.
The level of ignorance where this show has dropped dramatically suddenly.
But you know who
really
the
scary.
Instigator of that ignorance
It's
is,
really
don't
scary.
you?
It's really scary. It's really a mirror of the time.
Venus from Milo. Where she is from? Venus from Milo, or what?
It was the Venus of the Maya. It's the most ancient.
The Milo, yeah.
Maya.
The Maya
tribe.
Yeah, the Maya tribe. The Maya.
I know all along. I'm just like not wanting to give you too much education because I want to keep you on track because I know.
I know.
Sponge for knowledge.
You were scared about education. I know. And game of the week, Leipzig Leverkusen. I don't go with draw, and even if many in the chat are saying, "Oh, we are waiting for the draw at the halftime of Tancredi." It's I think already 4 or 5 shows. I haven't said a single draw at the halftime. KFC also is saying, "Zoom in, Tank. we cannot see. Guys, just Google the Venus of Maya. It's one of the most famous sculptures in the history of civility. Anyway, look, Leipzig, they both are coming from a dreadful streak. One win in the last 5 for both of them. But Musti saying Tanis Illuminati, at last you understand what
at last they discovered.
Wow. And Nelo is saying another South American connection with Tan. Does he have a special lady in Argentina or what? Lol. Let's keep on going with the show. And what was I saying? Leipzig, they both have been in trouble, but Leverkusen is dreadful. Leverkusen is completely, after that goal conceded to Bayern, has completely, that has clicked off the team. They are showing nothing of what they had. Not the confidence, not the solidity, not the proactivity, nothing. Completely changed, completely switched. Leipzig is different. Leipzig seems to be in a bad moment of form, but not like they completely change what they were. So they just need to put themselves together a bit. And I think that in this game, where actually we are talking about the two that are challenging for the second place, even if Leipzig will stay there and possibly is the last one that will keep that last hope to challenge Bayern. I think that here they have the chance both to try to put themselves together, and I'm more confident in Leipzig on doing that. With minus 110, in my opinion, it is a go on Leipzig, because that is the kind of game where a big team that is getting lost can fight themselves together, not against the minor teams, in the big ones.
Okay, Innocent, you're saying that Flash is new. This is my oldest shirt. I've had this for maybe 2 or 3 years. Okay, move on.
When
Kern.
worked with Flash 7 years ago, I think that he had this T-shirt.
Oh, no, I know. I do buy more than one, though. You'll notice that. Whenever I buy a shirt, I normally buy more than one because I like it.
I have like 10 of these with Never Bet Alone with the bankroll.
I know. They can't give them away. Kern, plus 125. Tan, draw plus 240. Bielefield plus 255. If you need to get involved in this game, go and see a doctor.
For me, well, anyway, Yalqualla is asking about Venus. Why is she naked, Tank? Because you don't dress up Venus. It's the ideal. But I like how philosophical is shifting here the talk. You probably don't. Flash. For me, this is goals. Goals. It's typical dreadful Bundesliga defense where mistakes help the score sheet. So I just go with both teams to score.
Yeah, that's the only way you could go, because Kern, honestly, I had a conversation with a former English professional footballer yesterday who's doing a little bit for the German league. And he said to me, what about Cologne? And I said, do you mean FC Kern? And he was like, I said, listen, you and I could still score goals against Kern's defence. They do not pick you up. They do not see danger. So I think both teams to score is the way to go. And then you go and see the doctor, Alex.
Yeah, or you stay home, you switch channels, and you don't go to see the doctors.
Well, that's a good one, yeah.
I think that the value is on Arminia Bielefeld, draw double chance here. I think that they will take something from this match and they will return home with at least 1 point. But more than that, I don't have anything on this match. It will be a boring game, probably with goals, like Tan said, but a boring game in terms of the quality that they are putting on the pitch.
Yeah, no, I agree. Let's go to the last game, though, because we've got Wolfsburg at minus 110, and you go against Wolfsburg at your peril. Draw plus 270, and Freiburg a whopping plus 325. Now, this is what I don't like about football or soccer, wherever you may be in the world. Short-termism. Freiburg are the hottest side in Bundesliga, barring maybe 1 week out of the last 9. Wolfsburg have a good result, so now Wolfsburg are minus 110. Alex, is there a goal between these two?
It's not a big goal between these two. Probably the short-term record, as you said. Probably the the quality of the players a little bit higher on this Wolfsburg side. Weghorst is one of the best attacking players in Bundesliga right now. In a league with Robert Lewandowski and Haaland, we also have this guy at Wolfsburg who is scoring goals for fun. He's the 5th in the top scorers chart, and Freiburg is probably one of his favorite opponents in Bundesliga. He scored 3 goals and offered 2 assists in the last 5 games against Freiburg. So I would take him anytime goal scorer here. But apart from that, they are working a lot. They don't have a true leader, a true star inside their team. None of them, no Freiburg, no Wolfsburg, but they are those kind of teams that work a lot. They have the same pace, 90 minutes long. You love to see the dedication. You love their games. They don't put the weapons down when they are going when they are trailing their opponent. So it's always a good show that they are putting on. And let's not forget that Freiburg failed to score in just 2 games all season long. So I think that the best thing to do is go over 2.5 at 1.75. I would go for the Alex Classic, but I prefer to stick with the over 2.5 in this one, and the odds are pretty good.
Yeah, I fancy we do see goals. The Alex Classics -103, -105 area. Over 2.5 goals in the game. You're looking at only the 3-0 really gets you home there. So Alex Classic at -103. I see both teams scoring. I just can't press the button, Tan.
It's not part of my top 5 tips, but I still go on Wolfsburg to win. They both are overperforming on their level, but Freiburg has basically taken away from Stuttgart the vanishing title of being girlfriend of Germany. In this moment is the little one that is getting so many results. Wolfsburg have climbed until Champions League spot. It is a bit too much over what they are expecting to be. But anyway, all the good results are based on a more solid base. And in my opinion, Freiburg really went too much over expectations. And if Wolfsburg, let's say, save their solidity, I think that the -110 could be good enough. Let me say to United Channel, who is asking about Amad Diallo from Atalanta, how is he good? Amad, you tune in next Thursday in the Serie A show, and you ask me about Amad Diallo from Atalanta because it's the Bundesliga show. Yalqual is asking
Also Flash talked about Premier League. You can talk. Don't be arrogant with the guy. Tell him.
No, I'm not arrogant. I'm just saying watch us in the Serie A show next Thursday. It's a teaser. It's not arrogant.
Listen, the Serie A knowledge is not open, Alex. It's not.
And I will give you.
Closed it yesterday. Okay.
And I will give you a wide, extended answer. Yalqual is asking, how many them share do I have, Tank? I have only one, but actually this is the only one existing because it has been made. It's a unique piece that has been made by a painter for me. It was a gift on Christmas with serigraphia. So if you are interested in this kind of shirt, I will put you in contact with her. And
I wouldn't pay more than $5 on that shirt
because you don't know a shit about art. And I wasn't insulting. That's just the reality.
No, I get you. Did you not know that Alex used to work for Calvin Klein?
Yeah, as a bodyguard at the entrance of the shop, possibly.
Then, everyone would beat me there. No.
Sume is saying, well, I thank you, Sume. I want to repeat what you're saying. Thank you.
Sue, yes, the La Liga show will be coming up at 11:30 Eastern time today, and then the Premier League show will be at 14:30 Eastern time today. So I'm going to try and get you all the soccer in. You can digest it, and then you have an unbelievable weekend. We've been going great guns in all the leagues recently. Even the Premier League is starting to pick up. We had plenty of units over the last 48 hours, and if Spurs win tonight, It's going to be a very, very good week. Okay, Fab, get up them official picks, please, mate. And I've got to add one, and it's Werder and Schalke for Alex. Let's have a look. Stuttgart, Alex Classic, -125. Eintracht Frankfurt, not complicated it, -130. Union, over 2.5 goals in the game, -125. Wolfsburg, over 2.5 goals in the game at -130. And I'm adding on there, Werder versus Schalke, over 2.5 goals in the game at -110. 10. Leipzig, -120. Don't complicate it. I've gone with Bayern, -1.5 on the Asian handicap at -170. Are you interested in that or not?
Talking to me?
Well, your name's Tan.
To the art lover, not you.
What did you say exactly? Didn't catch.
Bayern, -1.5 on the Asian handicap at -170.
I prefer the European handicap.
Okay, so Bayern.
Flash is the same thing almost.
Okay.
No, but it's not, because he's going to get -165 for -1.
No, it's -1. No, it's 1.6 -167.
Right, 167. Okay, so just leave it at that. Okay, you either do the European or you do the Asian, but Tan's steering you in the right direction. Stuttgart, -135. Don't complicate it. Frankfurt, -135, even though Alex got -130, so I'll give Tan -130 as well. And Dortmund to win and both teams to score at +150. Great value that there, Tan. Stuttgart to win and over 1.5 at -105. Werder, Alex Classic +125. Cannot believe it's +125. Frankfurt to win and over 1.5 at +100. And Bayern to win and both teams to score at +100. Gentlemen, we need a 2-team parlay. Can we sort this out, please? 2-team parlay, starting with you, Tan, because we win when we go with you first.
Yeah, really? Okay. If I have to tell you, I tell you. I say
Venus from Maya to win
on
and both teams to score.
Well, I say Eintracht on Hertha, and I also say.
Well, you don't need to say also. I'm happy with that. Frankfurt.
It wasn't from Maya. I'm sorry. Venus of Willendorf, the Paleolithic Venus, and it's this one. Can you say it? This one. Okay.
Yes, we know it.
Just look for the Willendorf Venus.
That look like a self-portrait, Tan.
It is like Venus. I'm telling you, I'm beautiful as a god. I'm telling you, I'm beautiful as a goddess. I'm telling you, as a Venus.
Yeah, I wanted to take the same, but because I cannot take the same, I'm going Stuttgart Mainz over 2.5 at -200.
Stuttgart at what? Stuttgart versus Mainz.
Over 2.5, 1.5 in decimals.
Is that all it is?
Yes.
Wow, -200.
Yeah, the Alex Classic is at 1.8. The over 2.5 is at 1.5.
Okay, listen, we're doing it. Frankfurt, don't complicate it, -130. Stuttgart, over 2.5 goals in the game at -200. 46 of you thumbs up. Over 100 of you are watching live. Please press that thumb up. Turn it blue, black, whatever color you want it to turn. Really appreciate everything you do in the chat. If you like this video, then please subscribe. Press the button.
I loved today the chat. Very interesting comments and very smart ones.
And that's it. And they all love chat, which is great. But if you ring the bell, then I can notify you and you'll never miss any content again. Also, press a link in the description. That will take you over to the articles wrote by Tan, by Alex, and by everyone else who covers all the different sports around the world for SBR. Good luck. Remember La Liga in just about 2 hours' time with Ewan and Martin Green. And then at 14:30 Eastern time, we will have the Premier League with Matt and Martin also. So good luck. Thanks for everything you do. Chaps, I'll see you next week. You take care.
For the Club World Cup show, right?
No, thank you. For Venus of Maya.
They were asking in the chat. There are